What's going down? What's going down? What is going down, man? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, on your favorite show every Wednesday around Noonish. Y'all know what it is, what time it is. It's Noonish Sports and Tech, man. About to get this thing cracking, man. Super excited. We got another cool show. Jumped the gun, man. Got a graphics up. Y'all ain't supposed to see that yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Man, so happy to be back in the building. What's going down?
Oh, not much, man. Like you said, it's so good to be, it's like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, man. Ain't no place like home.
Ain't no place like home, you know?
I mean, this is our normal Wednesday place, and when we are not here, which is very rarely, it kind of feels funny.
Yeah.
Man. So, it's good to be back home, and we got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah. It's been a rather interesting week in the sports world. With the NFL and the free agency going on and everything else going on. You know what I'm saying? Got the March Madness taking place. We got the Noonish March Madness taking place. Hey, y'all go over to IG right now and vote, man. I don't know how much time we got left on round 2, but should have a few more hours to go in and cast your votes, man. It's very interesting the matchups that we've had so far and some of the outcomes, man. Some upsets for sure. I can't believe that Mike Golick and Mike Golick Jr. out of there first round, both of them. Them two of my favorites, though. I know they don't have a morning show like they used to with Mike and Mike.
But they more of I'll say it like this. They kind of passe to the younger crowd, man.
Yeah.
You see, because some of the guys that I thought was going to do well, they was out of there.
Yeah.
Very fast. And a lot of people that like the older guys, they not on IG and, and then a lot of more mature guys are on different platforms.
I figured Mike and Mike, they had, Mike Golick Sr. forever had that show with Greeny on ESPN.
Yeah, but if you
That's
think
my
about
favorite morning show. I miss it. Like to this day, I haven't found one that has quite replaced that one.
But if you really think about it, it's been 10, 12 years ago, man, 18 years ago.
Man, it has been a little bit.
And now people that's 23, 24, 25 that's really on social media, they don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, people they consuming their entertainment differently, through podcasts and through YouTube.
Because I think Troy Aikman and all those guys got eliminated, didn't they?
Man, yeah,
first round. And I'm thinking guys like who I thought was popular there. So that let me know that you old school, you out of touch, man.
Hey, man, but still,
in touch with the new school.
You say that, but it's a lot of old school cats like Howie Long that came right on through that thing.
Oh yeah.
And Howie Long, he hadn't really. I haven't seen him with too much of a social media presence. And
Absolutely.
Doing,
but he's on the NFL football every Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And Terry Bradshaw is too, but he got eliminated pretty quick.
He got eliminated first round too. Yeah. Jimmy Johnson made it on through, but we're gonna get to that in a little while, man. We're gonna get to that in a little while. But everything been good? What you want?
Oh yeah, everything been good. And while I got the people's attention for a few seconds, I'd like for y'all to go hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Gonna make that shake,
we appreciate. We have gotten a few new subscribers lately, and we appreciate y'all. And we're gonna try to keep putting out some content that you want to hear, some good information, in our opinion, and but we're not gonna get outlandish. So if you're waiting on that, you're on the wrong podcast. We're gonna try to stay inbound. We're not gonna go out of bounds.
Yeah, we got good sense over here, man. I mean, in our older age, I used to not have no sense at all whatsoever. But we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep this thing moving, keep this show rolling. First up, we have something to discuss. So it looks like Netflix has fully taken on the sports world. First of all, they've had the different series. They had the quarterback series, right?
Oh yeah,
where the cameras were following Pat Mahomes, Mark Mariota, and Kirk Cousins around, which was a great show. Got some insight into 3 different careers that have taken 3 different paths, really. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Marcus Mariota was the hype train coming out of Oregon. Career hadn't really panned out too much, right?
Right.
Kirk Cousins was the second
He's
quarter.
on a new team this year, but we'll discuss that later.
Yeah, he's on a new squad as well.
Yeah.
And then we got Kirk Cousins, that is, he's the journeyman at this point. He hadn't really been. He's made a lot of money, but through great deals and opportunistic moments, right? So
absolutely,
franchise tag twice with the Redskins, came out of there with millions of dollars, right?
Then he hit the bag with Minnesota.
Got the bag with Minnesota.
Now
right?
he got a new bag with Atlanta.
Bag with Atlanta, you know what I mean? And he's made over $400 million in his career combined.
That's pretty good.
But he's faced a lot of adversity through criticism, right? His whole career, even though his numbers paint a different picture. Nobody is, when he's on the free agency block, like nobody. I didn't hear too many teams just dying to get Kirk Cousins on their roster. You know what I mean? Even though he's proven to be a solid quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And Cousins, he got a bad rap, but he's never been in a stable situation.
Yeah.
He's had a ton of offensive coordinators, a ton of head coaches, a ton of teammates.
Yeah, it was it was more stable in Minnesota than it was in Washington.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely.
No doubt. But these are the types of things that Netflix is taking on, the types of shows. Quarterback was the first. Looks like the first series that they wanted to roll out. And now, this year, I didn't know this was taking place, and I don't know how many other people knew this was going on outside of Netflix, but they had cameras following George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Adams, Jordan Jefferson, right?
Oh, okay.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown and throughout the season in 2023. Yeah. Right? So it looks like the show is going to drop in the summer, but I think it's pretty legit, man. It's all done by NFL Films, right? So it's going to be a very well documented show.
Yeah.
Right? I grew up watching NFL Films.
Yeah, and what was the guy's name?
Steve Sable.
Yeah, what's his name?
Steve Sable.
Steve was saying. That's what I mean. That was his. He had the voice, and now now I don't know who's doing it now.
Yeah,
but he had the voice for that.
Hey, when you hear that music, it's hard to change the channel.
Yeah, and the way he narrate the highlights, man, it's like spellbinding. You'll just lock in and stay locked in until the end. That is, if you love sports, like I do.
Yeah, like I do too, man. But well, I mean, it's cool to see Netflix get into the sports play because they really hadn't touched it to this point. Not to this, they've had little things like QB1. Yeah, right? That's the first place we saw Justin Fields and some other, a couple other quarterbacks when they were in high school though. But it's real cool, man. I think it's a very cool thing to see Netflix taking on this, the sports world, right? Yeah. And they on 420 they got the actually 520 they're having the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight on Netflix as well. So some other fights on that card, but I think it's cool seeing Netflix.
Oh yeah, I do too. And if they do it right, it'll be very entertaining.
Yep. Yep. Straight up. But looking to see what happens, man. I mean, we kind of know what the outcome was from last year, but it'll be some cool stories to follow. Especially, I think I'm most captivated by that Amon-Ra St. Brown story because that dude had an amazing season and then got snubbed come Pro Bowl time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
so
that's why I don't like awards that people vote for.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of favoritism in that.
Absolutely,
and, it all depends on who you play for and how they like you and all that kind of stuff. So
absolutely, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Looking forward to the show. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty good show. So man, we're gonna keep this thing cracking. I think we should go ahead and go into the.
Just slide the screen, see what's next.
Yeah, we'll slide it. Yeah, we slide that thing, man. NFL offseason moves, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Got to make sure these things line up real quick. Let me take this banner off, Producer / host, that's how we get down in the live environment.
Yeah, you Yeah, you gotta be versatile.
You gotta be versatile, man.
You just can't be the host.
Yeah.
You gotta be the most.
Yeah. The host with the most.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Same thing.
Yeah. All right, so let me see. Let me hit that. Let me click that. We got some things. Anyways, so the Cowboys went out and got Eric Kendricks, right? You're not too excited about that move, sound like, huh?
I mean, Eric Kendricks is a good, solid linebacker, but I think the Cowboys need some, playmakers. He's been solid. Last year he had 117 tackles or something like that.
That's quite a few tackles. I mean but 17 games.
Yeah, but if you really want to move the needle, you got to be up around 130 or 40 some tackles.
Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because even Leighton Vanderich a couple of years was up in 120, 125.
Straight up?
Yeah, and I just didn't like it.
When was that?
I think it was 1 year he was up in the one something. He led the team in tackles a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, that guy is very solid, and he's probably more solid than the people we lost.
Yeah.
But he's not a real needle mover.
Yeah, no doubt. So I'm just trying to understand what's going on right here.
I just really think that
we ain't spending no money.
Jimmy, this is like I say, this is kind of what Jimmy does. Now, if Jimmy's got a lot of input, Jimmy will clean house of the players that he don't like, whether he got somebody to take their place or not.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, because you look at all the players that the Cowboys are losing, everybody say, we lost another veteran. But none of them are really moving the needle like that, man.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's, and I'm not saying this is necessarily the case, but sometimes you have guys that are cancers, right? And I don't know if any of these guys were cancers to the team, but just their energy, the way they show up every day.
The way they energy.
Might be negative, in their just pursuit,
Yeah.
And that rubs off on teams. And I wonder if that has anything to do with some of the guys that they've let go.
Yeah, and then, they gave Michael Gallup the opportunity to seek a trade.
Yeah.
He's still in Dallas.
That's
why, and I don't mean to be critical. These guys are very good and they're solid players, but they're not needle movers. So, if we lose Michael Gallup, it'll be a sad day for his relationships on the team.
Yeah.
But it won't be a sad day that you lose a guy that has got 500 yards receiving. That's not. You got to do more than that to be a good number two.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm pretty sure we released Michael Gallup. I thought we released him. Yeah, I thought we released him.
Oh, I know at one point they gave him opportunity to seek a trade, and I'm not sure about Stephon Gilmore. Did he leave?
I'm not sure about that either.
But all these guys, and the way I look at it, I'm not criticizing these guys and anything, and I want them to have a good career and make a lot of money. But this is the thing, all these are basically middle-of-the-road guys.
Yeah.
And I think the way that Jerry, and if Jimmy got a lot to do with it, and Mike Zimmer, they like, you can get a middle-of-the-road guy anywhere. So
Absolutely.
Why pay a bunch of money for a middle-of-the-road guy?
Yeah.
Let's get a lot of middle-of-the-road guys and pay them middle-of-the-road money, and then when we get some needle movers, we'll pay them needle mover money.
I'm just saying, it
don't look strange.
It don't look good coming up for next season. Because we got some massive, that left tackle hold the field.
Right. Jonathan Hankins you talking about?
No.
4 years.
Yeah, because he's solid when he plays, but again.
Yeah, but he don't play enough.
Last year he played 71% of the snaps.
And that's the most that he's played except for, since his third year in the league?
It felt like he was there all season. Because we so used to him not being there.
Yeah, so, even 71% of the snaps for a number one tackle, that
ain't good.
Yeah, you got to be up in the 90-something percentile.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's the expectation.
And so we really won't miss him because we've been missing him for 3-4 years already.
Yeah.
It's
like a relationship, when you've been gone from the house and your girl learned to live without you.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
And you learn to live without her.
And you learn to live without her too.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Y'all don't need each other
Y'all
like
don't need
you
each
used
other
to.
like you used to no more. You know, we got somebody that can fill that spot, Tyra. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And
we can't pay them hundreds of millions no more like we
and the
used to.
center going to
Washington.
he was just a middle of the road guy.
Yeah,
So you could get a guy that good in the 4th, 5th round. I mean, as far as I'm saying, none of these guys are really gonna make it to me. Yeah. It's not gonna make a tremendous difference in the team. Yeah. You know, because you still got a strong secondary, and you got Michael Parsons, and you got D-Law. And that's pretty much what you had last year.
Yeah, but one thing I do know is you're either getting better or you're getting worse because nothing stays the same.
Yeah, because right now we're probably getting worse.
Absolutely.
And this is hopefully Jimmy is doing like he did before. And I'm I keep saying Jimmy, it might not be that, but maybe they're going to get worse to try to get better.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the case, then Mike McCarthy, he may as well go on and start packing his bags if that's the situation.
Yeah, and then we may be getting better by default by getting rid of some of these guys that we've been dependent on. Yeah. And now you can get them. And then now that can kind of clear your mind. Yeah. Because, while you sitting there saying, if Tyron was there, maybe you're taking away from the guy that is there. Yeah. By starting saying, if Tyron was there. Yeah. So now Tyron gone, we don't have to say that. We say Tyron gone. At least my mind is clear. Yeah. I don't have to worry about if Tyron was there. Tyron is not going to be there no matter what. So this guy has got to be the man. Yep. And that may help some.
And now it's a lot of restructuring of contracts taking place. I see that Dak restructured some money in his contract so that I guess he converted some of his salary into a signing bonus. Right, which takes a certain amount off of the salary cap, which is great, but they still haven't come to an agreement with Dak's new contract. I don't know if they will before the season's out. I wouldn't mind them not even giving him a new contract. Period. Right, if they're restructuring things and it takes some of that cap hit down from that 59.5 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would make Dak play for this contract. I'd make him play for it straight up. You got to do something. Well, you got to do something more than what you've been doing.
Well, that's what I say about a lot of players. I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, because all these players getting all this money and haven't really, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't really delivered like that. So,
yeah. Yeah. No, it's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, and all these other teams, especially in the NFC East, seem like everybody's getting better.
Yeah.
They even, Washington and New York, it'll take a lot for them to get a whole lot better. But even Philadelphia's picking up quite a few people.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's talk about it. So, and these are three of the main. Philly has picked up like six very solid professional NFL players, right? But three of their main dogs that they picked up that the Cowboys should worry about, right? First, starting out with Devin White. And Saquon is a given. Everybody knows about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Devin White, the linebacker?
Devin White, the linebacker out of Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
That's the prototype that got Michael Parsons that high draft pick. He was the first linebacker that ran that 4.3 40 in the combine. Yeah. Right? That speed guy, but Tampa Bay leveraged him correctly. They didn't have him sitting at the end of the line. They had him playing his position where he could fly around the field and leverage that speed, right? And right. Tackles in the backfield. Last year was one of his down years, but him going to Philly is a real problem.
Him and Saquon both
be an issue. Yeah, Saquon
could be a real problem.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley could be a problem on offense as well.
Because Philly has good wide receivers, man.
Very good. Saquon. Very good. They went out and got Devontae Parker as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
To add to that wide receiver core.
Yeah.
I want to say, that was the Steelers, I believe, that signed. No, that was Cleveland Browns that signed Jerry Jeudy. So now they got Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper on the outside.
Yeah.
Them Alabama boys, man. That's going to be nasty. But so Philly's looking good, man. And I'm doing this. I'm comparing what other teams are doing and what the Cowboys are doing. And it don't look good for us at all, man.
No, it looks like they're doing a lot more than we are.
Absolutely. I mean, even moving over to our division and staying in our division, right? The Commanders, they got Dorrance Armstrong from us. He was a consistent, solid player for us. Right? Oh, yeah. He's been that since he's been here. He's over with Dan Quinn in Washington now. They also messed around and got Bobby Wagner, right? He's a little older guy, but very solid. You know what you're gonna get out of Bobby Wagner every year, right? And the biggest pickup for the Commanders, in my opinion, is Austin Eckler, right? The running back out of the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
Right? That dude has been everything for the Chargers, man. And he's been one of the best running backs in the league. You just don't hear anything about him because he's been playing with the Chargers, right? So that was, 3 huge moves right there that the Commanders have made. Nobody cares about the Giants. I don't think they're going to be a factor in the league for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think the Commanders, even with the moves they made, they got so far to go.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the Commanders has got a long way to go.
I don't think they got that long, though. Huh?
I mean, but
because I'm talking in the trenches. In the trenches, they solid.
Yeah, they need a quarterback. They need some receivers.
Yeah,
secondary kind of weak.
They got somebody at quarterback.
Yeah, if you got to think about it that long.
Yeah, I can't think of who they got.
The Giants got Damon Jones. They gave him the big money, like he was the man. So so the Giants do at least think they got a quarterback.
Yeah,
and I can't remember who the Commanders did get somebody.
Yeah, because their young quarterback is now in Seattle.
Yeah,
right, and they got Jacoby Brissett. Who did they pick up? They picked up somebody. I can't think of who they picked up right now. But anyways, they've had an excellent offseason as well. And then the team that I think has had the best offseason is the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They not only went out and got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields to solidify that quarterback room now and for the future, but they also somehow went and took Patrick Queen from the Baltimore Ravens. That linebacker, and that cat is very good. Man,
I'll say this, just with the eye test, I don't know what other people see. Quinn is the top 4 or 5, 3 or 4 linebacker in the league.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
If not the number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, and him going to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is just known for having linebackers, man.
Yeah. Oh my God. And since I can remember that.
Yeah, James Harrison. Then we don't want to go all the way back to the 70s and all
Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd and them boys.
Yeah, they have always had good linebackers. Yeah. And I don't know if it's by the coaching style. So by him going over there, and they said Justin Fields is going over there to back up Russell. I think they'll have open competition for the job.
Man, for the life of me, I don't understand what's going on with Justin Fields. The only thing that can make sense to me is the Bears letting him go solely for the fact that they'll have Caleb Williams under a rookie contract for 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's the only
reason why.
Because,
I think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. I think he's been handed a very raw deal in Chicago with the coaches and things that's taking place up there. He hadn't had any consistency his entire career.
I think it should be a competition for that job, because this is the whole thing about Russell. They are, people think I try to poo-poo on these guys, but this is the thing. Seattle, when they were winning, man, they was a defense and running team. Yeah. Everybody talk about Russell, but you was a defensive team with a running game. And everybody talk about Russell.
They lost the Super Bowl trying to throw it.
And I was just going to bring that up. And Russell has one of the most egregious interceptions in Super Bowl history, if not the. Yep. I mean, Russell is good, but they talk like Russ has just lit it up like, I don't know. I mean, I have seen Russ play a lot. Russ has been solid. But it's been 1 or 2 games his whole career where I can sit down and say, Russell lit it up. I've seen Russell play a lot of times. He was a very solid quarterback, but to act like he's John Elway, Dan Marino,
no, he's not
or even Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, he's very good, but this is the thing. Going back to this, Russell had great teammates, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then once his teammates changed, Russell didn't look quite as good.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So, I keep saying you're only as good as your teammates. So for them just to automatically give the job to Russ, I think that's wrong. I think it should be a competition for that.
Well, I think there will be quarterback controversy at some point in the season if they don't get out to a hot start.
Absolutely.
But I do agree with the way that they're approaching it, right? Because Justin Fields, he hasn't had any guidance. He hasn't had any consistency from anybody, right? He came in starting off top, didn't have a veteran quarterback ahead of him to show him the ropes, how to be a professional in the NFL, how to study, the right things and ways to go about doing things. He hadn't had any of that. So I do, I think it's a good thing for Justin Fields to take 1 year back. Even though
he might. Yeah.
I think he's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson right now. But I think just him sitting back, being able to watch, I think that can only help him tremendously. And, he's not going to, he got that red shirt on, so he ain't going to take no hits for the season, refreshing back up. If there was any injury issues taking place, he can come back fully healed. And by the time Russell is ready to walk and go on to his next team or next contract or retire, Justin Fields, I think, will be in a much better position after, sitting back, watching, studying, seeing how things move in the NFL from a different standpoint.
And then Ross may be better with Pittsburgh. First off, he's going to have better teammates.
Yep.
And Pittsburgh is going to bring Ross back to earth a little bit. Because I think Ross sitting around in Seattle, and I think he was reading the press clippings and stuff.
Too much?
Yeah, because, now you go to Denver, you want your own office and all that, man. Come on, man. You sound like you want to be a prima donna, man. So
he don't sound like he do want to be a prima donna.
And Pittsburgh, from what I understand, they're not doing none of that.
You don't go out and marry Sierra and not want to be a prima donna. Now it's in there. Not saying that he is a prima donna, but want to be is there.
Yeah, want to be in there, and
actually, to actually be a prima donna, you got to produce.
Yeah, absolutely. You must be reading my thoughts. Now if you Patrick Mahomes and walk around like you prima donna, you can because you are.
Hey, Cadillac, because you want to, Pat. You earned that, big dog. You won one Super Bowl and you pretty much lost the other one. Yeah.
And then you walk around like you won 5 or 6. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And I think that Pittsburgh may bring him back to earth and take a little of that air out of his head. His head size may get a size or two smaller, and that might help him play better.
Hey, if Sean Payton couldn't do it with that thrashing he got last year, I don't know if anything can.
Oh, to Mike Tomlin. Man.
I don't.
No, Mike Tomlin is way different than Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. Yeah. Mike Tomlin a little bit different than Sean Payton, so we'll see.
Yeah, I know you got to love that move in Pittsburgh. And that's just again, I think Pittsburgh, Dallas might be the number one organization when it comes to money.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to how organization is run.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is number one.
Pittsburgh Steelers is absolutely what everybody else is trying to do. 3 coaches. The entire existence of the
50, when did they came in the league in 60, whatever, had 3 coaches.
3 coaches.
God.
3 coaches.
Some coaches had 3 coaches in 1 year. Some teams.
Yeah.
Man, that's astounding right there.
Yeah,
they had 3 coaches.
It is.
Man.
It is. It absolutely. Shoot, the Cowboys had 3 coaches since what? About 2015, we had 3 coaches. Who we had? When did Wade Phillips get here? About 20.
Yeah, we had 10 coaches. We had Wade Phillips, we had Jason Garrett, we had Bill Parcells, we had what's the other assistant coach?
Since 2000.
What's the other guy? He went from he was a special team. Dave Campo.
Dave Campo. Yep. And we've had coaches.
And who was the last one before McCarthy? Oh yeah, Jason Garrett. Then we got Mike McCarthy. That's 5 right there.
Yeah. And that's since 2000. You know? Sure.
And we probably left off one. Because they was running through them so fast.
Yeah, I think we did. Joe Avazano wasn't the head coach.
No.
But it was
Dave Campo. That's
Bill Parcells. Yep, that's it. But yeah, man, it's interesting, man. We should see still a lot left in free agency. Still got some moves to make. Still some studs out there to be scooped up. But curious to see what these Cowboys are gonna do. Man.
But all the real needle movers are already gone.
They're gone.
So we might as well start trying to build through the draft.
Yeah, and I'm hearing rumors about possible Stephon Diggs trade. Of course, you're gonna hear that every offseason when you got his brother here, right? I've heard trades about rumors about him coming.
But who we got to get him?
Draft picks.
We need those.
Well, I mean, if we can get him, I'll give up a draft pick for that guy. Because I know he's going to be solid, and he's still fairly young. Yeah. He still got 4 or 5 seasons left in him.
Did you see him play against Kansas City?
No, because he didn't get the ball.
Huh?
No, his name wasn't called too much in that game.
Well, 2 of them hit him in the hands.
Yeah.
So, he went over there and fussed.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then when they throwed it to him, he dropped it.
No doubt.
So, so all I'm saying is that I hope he come down here. If you fuss, catch him.
Yeah.
If you fuss, catch him. I mean, when you see Tio on the sideline fussing, he caught him. Yeah. When you see Dez over there fussing, he caught him. You can't fuss and then miss him. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's interesting NFL offseason, but we're going to keep this party rolling, man.
Yeah, we're going to keep it rolling. On
to the next. NBA action. The NBA is fantastic. Have you been watching this NBA here recently?
Oh, yeah. I've been catching some games. I call Kyrie's one-hand left running semi-hook.
Hold on, speaking of that. So we're going to talk about that right now. So we're going to look at some plays real quick, and I want you to tell me which one you think is the best play of the week, all right? We never do play of the week. But these plays have been so special in the past 3 or 4 days, I couldn't help but to do this. All right?
Okay,
so
let's see what we got.
We're going to run this.
What we got?
Right. So first, we're going to start off with Luka's full-court alley-oop pass. Now, that is not something that you see every day, right? I'm going to run that back. I'm going to run that back, man. So, Luka, as you see, takes the ball, one dribble, step, full court oop.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
No.
Now we're looking at Kyrie's game winner over the Joker right here, right? Time's going out, right? You see where he released that ball? Did you see where he released that ball? He is at the top of the key, elbow almost, right?
Yeah.
Near the three-point line, no.
Yeah, he's about 17 feet out.
Yeah, he is out. And I'm talking this shot. Like, who practices this? What is this? Is that a hook shot? Is that a floater?
Yeah,
like,
he's floater, halfway hook.
He just pushed that thing up there, man.
Yeah. Well, he's naturally left-handed.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He taught himself to shoot right-handed. Oh, yeah.
Let's go. And then these dunks.
Now, that's right here.
Now we got Jalen. Jalen Johnson for the Atlanta Hawks. Dunking. Hold on. This thing moved kind of quick on me. We got Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. Just dunking all over your boy, man.
Austin Reeves. I like Austin.
I love Austin Reeves, man.
Austin about 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, hey, right here, that ain't where you want to be. Huh?
No.
Hey, right about this point in time, he was like, yeah, I made a bad decision. That wasn't the best thing for me to do. That ain't what I want. Young buck. Then he just stands over him. And then here, Anthony Edwards. Oh my goodness. This guy here this is the closest thing to Jordan, so they say. Right? Closest thing to MJ right now in the league. As far as his attitude and athletic ability, it's hard to argue with him. Because the dude, he's a dog. And he's only getting better and better. And look at this, man. Look at my guy. Look at my guy Collins.
This is the whole thing. Just let him be Anthony Edwards. Let him be Anthony Edwards. Don't put Jordan in there, man.
Oh, Collins.
Just let him be Anthony Edwards.
Hey, Collins, you can't be on the ground like this, dog, holding your head, bro, like that.
Hey, well, you know what? All those are great. But I'm gonna go with what's his name, Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen Johnson over here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, all of them are great now. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Kyrie's a close second.
Over Anthony Duncan in that man like that.
He
folded him up, huh?
Yeah. But you see stuff like that way more. You see stuff like that way more often than you see what Kyrie did and what he did.
Well, the thing is this with Anthony. Like, he just caught the ball and took 2 steps and took off. Like, it wasn't no build up. Like, he caught the ball
Yeah, that was
right around the elbow as well, and just took off. You saw how far he took off?
Yeah, that was reminiscent of some Blake Griffin stuff. But I think Blake Griffin is a little bit bigger than Anthony Edwards, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
That was reminiscent of some Blake Griffin. But I'm gonna give it to Jalen going over Austin Reeves.
You giving it to Jalen?
Yeah. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, now Kyrie's a close second.
Who do y'all think? You know, let's say we gonna call one Jalen Johnson versus dunking over Austin Reeves, right? 2, we gonna call a Kyrie shot. 3, we gonna call as you see here the Anthony Edwards dunk, and 4, we didn't even talk about the Zion dunk. I forgot to put that one on there.
Yeah.
Did you see it last night?
Go ahead.
That oop.
Yeah.
No, I didn't bring the video.
Yeah, but I still say Jalen.
Jalen over that Zion. Ooh.
Yeah.
That ball had to be 12 and a half feet in the air when he caught it, and it was behind him.
I don't know quite that.
You don't think so?
12 and a half feet. Now you 6 feet over the backboard.
Yeah.
6 inches. 6 inches over the backboard. I see. I gotta look at it again.
Hold on. No. So what? Yeah, that is.
You probably.
Yeah, so about 11 and a half feet.
Yeah.
About 11 and a half feet.
Oh, yeah, probably so.
Because it was over the box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, probably so.
And it's big man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming down court 280 off top, just.
Oh, yeah, but
now bounce.
But it's hard to jump over somebody, man. It's hard to jump.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to jump over somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, you can say that haven't been done but 8, 9 times. You don't find that all the time.
Hey, somebody, I got dunked on one time in my life. Somebody caught a oop from behind me. I wasn't looking. I was looking over here, and the ball was up here, and the cat came from back here. Next thing I know, I'm in the position that Austin was in, but backwards though.
Yeah. Where's that?
I walked off the court. I stopped playing. And I ain't been back to that court.
It was one guy that told me that said, "Man, I ain't never been dunked on." I told him, "You ain't never played no high level basketball."
Yeah.
Kareem got dunked on. Will Chamberlain got dunked on. Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna get dunked on.
Anybody that believe in themselves gonna get dunked on.
Yeah, because you're gonna try to block the shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you ain't been dunked on, you haven't played no high level basketball.
Unless you didn't see it coming, like I didn't see it.
Yeah. Now you might run out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's what my boy did.
That's what they do all the time in the NBA.
Yeah.
They run out they don't want to be posterized. They run off the camera.
Yeah. What's my boy that played with the Mavericks? We was talking about him last week. He said that he's up in New Jersey now.
Oh, Brunson?
No, not Brunson. He was New York. The cat, the defensive cat. He wasn't a big name dude, but he was special for us. He was our best defender, and we let him go to the Nets. But he was in line to get dunked on when Zion came through there. Finney Smith.
Yeah.
Finney Smith. Finney Smith got it smooth up out the way.
Yeah, that's
like,
what they do.
Nah.
And what Austin Reeves tried to do right there.
Yeah.
It was a lost art in the NBA.
Taking a charge?
He tried to take a charge. You very rarely see that. That's a lost art in the NBA.
You see why it's a lost art? Because
he's
trying to jump over you, man.
Well, first you got to do it a little farther from the goal.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd have did it 8 or 10 inches further out, it would have been a different story.
Spatial awareness?
Yeah. You just got to have that court awareness. You got to know where you're at all times.
Yeah, man. And if y'all get a chance, I didn't show the clip today right here. But
if
y'all get a
go
chance,
look at that Zion.
Go look at that Zion.
And you might like that Zion better. But I just like the fact, man, it's hard to jump over somebody.
My boy Zion came flying through the rafters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just out of nowhere. That was dope. But yeah. I agree with you. That dunk over Austin was very impressive. I think the Anthony Edwards dunk was more ferocious. That's what I liked about it. You know?
Well, yeah, and
ferocity.
And if you really look at it, it really was what we call it, a thunk. He didn't really dunk it. He throwed it in there.
Well, he hit his hand on the rim.
No, he hit his hand on the nets. Look at it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. He threw it in there. So we call that a thunk. Yeah. It was a throw dunk. Now he was way up, but he just threw it in there, just like Dwight Howard did in the dunk competition. Yeah. And that shouldn't have been no 50 because he didn't dunk it. He threw it in there.
Yeah, and that's how DeAndre Jordan did it back on Live City. Yeah. When he dunked on my guy from Detroit. Same thing where the ball just throw it down, you know. And Big Perk got dunked on like that by Blake Griffin too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, everybody been dunked on.
I wonder how it feels to throw a ball down into a rim. But I've never, I've dunked, but I've never thrown a ball down into a rim. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real high.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You got to be real high.
Well, you probably never played enough basketball. You never put nothing into it like that.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. You know, I played, but yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I wasn't dedicated to that sport at all. But anywho, you know what time it is right now.
Oh, we're gonna ring the bell.
What's my
All right, I sent this information to you, Jay. We're gonna ring the bell.
It's time to
This
ring
is
the bell.
You know, while we're in basketball season, we're gonna try to stay with a little basketball information.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little combo ring the bell. This ring the bell is really about George Gervin, but then I gotta throw some other people in there, David Thompson and some other people. But anyway,
we got to do David Thompson by himself because that's a person that I have no clue about.
Well, yeah, and this is give you a little clue about it.
Yeah, maybe towards the end we can get to David Thompson we can talk about him next week.
Well, we got to tell this part, David. We got to put David Thompson in the story about George Gervin.
Okay.
Winning the scoring title.
All right. I know. Okay.
So in 1978, George Gervin won the scoring title. And throughout the year, George Gervin and David Thompson was going back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, some weeks David Thompson would lead it, and then George Gervin would come back next couple of weeks to take the lead. So on the last day of the league in 1978, David Thompson was 14 points behind George Gervin on the last day. And David Thompson played earlier in the day.
Yeah.
He scored 73 points.
Oh, my gosh. So now he's up, 59?
Yeah. He scored 73 points. So George Gervin quite naturally heard about it.
Had to go score 6.
And they told George Gervin, George Gervin said, well, what I need to take the lead back? He said, if you get 59, you'll take the lead back by a fraction of a point.
Yeah. So
George Gervin said, okay. And then when the game started, George Gervin scored 20 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, wow. So they already knew what was going on.
Yeah. Well, his team told him, go ahead and win the title because they had already won their division.
Okay.
So they said, go ahead and win the scoring
And he was
title.
with the Spurs, right, at this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
San Antonio Spurs. Well, that's who he spent the majority. He spent 1 year with the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
And the first part of his career was in the ABA.
Yeah.
So on that final day, George Gervin scored 20 points in the first quarter, 33 in the second.
Wow.
So at halftime, he had 53 points.
Boy needed 6 points.
53 points. So when he came back at halftime, when he got to 59, they said, George, you got it. You can come out the game. He said, now let me get a couple of more buckets to make sure that they don't miscalculate.
Yeah.
So now at the end of the game, George Gervin had 63 points. David Thompson had 73. George Gervin won the scoring title.
Wow.
And then at the end of the game, they asked him, they said, George, how did you score 60 points? George Gervin told him, said, man, I can score 50 or 60 whenever I want to. I just love to play team ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Team ball seemed to be a thing back in the day.
Well, yeah, that's how you win.
That's the way guys,
and that's how you win now. And also, George Gervin won the scoring title that year, and then he won the scoring title, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of the next 4 years. And he did average 30 that year in 1978. He averaged 30, and then he won the scoring title 3 of the next 4 years. And then while we're talking about the
hold on. Let's take a break right there. We gotta be right back, y'all.
Okay.
Bow. And we back like we never left. So what was during that run in that season, what was the point per game? What was the
George Gervin ended up averaging 30 point something. I can't 30.6 or 30.1, but it was 30 points per game.
So David Thompson also had 30 points per game, but it was like so George Gervin beat him by like point something.
Yeah, I think George Gervin averaged 30.6 and David Thompson might have averaged 30.1. It was 30 points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you mentioned prior that George Gervin played in the ABA.
Yeah, right.
You remember who he played with? What team?
He played with the Virginia Squires, and I'm not sure if that's the only team he played with.
Did him and Dr. J play together?
Yeah, they played together one year.
Did they win a championship?
I think they did because Dr. J first he played with Virginia Squires, and then he went to the New York Nets, or he played with the Nets first and then went to the Squires. But Dr. J and George Gervin and guys like Artis Gilmore, they were the driving forces that made the NBA merge with the ABA.
Gotcha.
Because the NBA was losing a lot of top name guys coming out of college,
going to the ABA.
And I think David Thompson might have threatened to go to the ABA or something. And that's when they merged.
So what was the difference between the leagues? You know what I'm saying? Sound like NBA, of course, was already
well, I'm gonna tell you the difference is that how they play in the NBA now.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of how the ABA used to be.
Oh, so the ABA was real flash.
The ABA they had the red, white, and blue ball.
Yep.
They had the 3-point line.
Okay.
They had the high flyers. They had Dr.
ABA had 3-point line before NBA, so the NBA adopted the 3-point line from the ABA.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
And they said that the ABA was more playground style.
Yeah.
A lot of fancy dribbling, long shooting. And today's NBA is very reminiscent of the old ABA.
So the ABA was more of a flashy league. NBA was by the book, text, 5 passes, shoot it.
Yeah, taking charges, boxing out.
No 3-pointers at that time.
Wasn't no 3-point line.
Everybody playing outside in to the big man for the most part.
So today's NBA is very reminiscent of how the ABA used to be.
That's crazy.
Seriously.
So, were there any snipers back in the ABA? Great shooters?
Oh, yeah.
For the ABA?
Yeah.
Like, is there one that sticks out to you more than others?
James Silas.
That was just wet.
James Silas and it was George Gervin and James Silas. And, it was just a lot of guys,
Yeah.
So, going back to George Gervin, and now, this is one statistic that a lot of people don't know about George Gervin. George Gervin has the highest shooting percentage of any shooting guard in NBA history.
Oh, wow.
He's the only NBA shooting guard, unless it changed in the last year or two, that averaged 51% shooting for his career.
Oh, my gosh. And we ain't talking about a season.
For his career. For his career. And George Gervin, they say everybody was so little. George Gervin 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, no, he's a big man.
Yeah, so
that's the same night that I met Dr. J and Gilbert and other people. George Gervin was there as well, and I shook his hand. And I was like, "Hey," I said, "One thing I can do is finger roll."
George Gervin was a real cool dude, and back in the day when I was in the military and. Came to Austin, Texas. He was in San Antonio, and him and Robert Reed and some other guys used to go down to UT and play pickup basketball. Yeah. And we'd bring some guys from the military up there. I played a couple times pickup basketball.
So did he ever finger roll the ball from 17 feet out like what Kyrie did?
Oh, man, yeah.
Did he?
George Gervin a finger roll. It wasn't nothing for him to finger roll from the free throw line.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. George Gervin finger roll from 15, 17 feet all the time.
George Gervin look like one of them long dudes. Like, he might be 6'8", but he might have like a 7'2".
Yeah, yeah. He got if I'm not mistaken, George Gervin had a 43-inch sleeve length or something like that.
Yeah, he got some long arms on.
And George Gervin can shoot. He can penetrate. He can go to the hole. He's big enough to shoot over the top of guys.
He can handle that rock a little bit.
Yeah.
See, I always looked at George Gervin like a small forward. Like
No, he was a shooting guard.
Straight up.
Oh yeah.
So he can handle it a little bit. And he's pretty athletic.
And if you go investigate, he may be the only, quite naturally with the qualifying standards, you got to play so many games, take so many shots. But I think he has the highest shooting percentage of any shooting guard in NBA history at the end of their career,
including see the 6-ring shirt.
Oh yeah, he's not even. I
bought this shirt just for you. Huh?
Yeah, it's quite a few guys got better shooting percentage than he did, but that's a whole other story. And also while we're on the San Antonio Spurs and George Gervin, this is what I want people to know about the San Antonio Spurs.
Hate them, can't stand them.
The San Antonio Spurs is a transplant from Dallas, Texas.
What do you mean by that?
The San Antonio Spurs was the Dallas Chaparrals in the old ABA.
Wow, they were the Chaps.
They were the Dallas Chaparrals. The Dallas Chaparrals moved to San Antonio, and then when they merged from the NBA, that's how the Spurs became.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, the Dallas Chaparrals is the San Antonio Spurs.
Because I've been looking for some Dallas Chaparrals gear.
Yeah.
Like I want
some. So go ahead and get San Antonio, same thing.
I hate San Antonio. See,
and Dallas Chaparrals has
but now that I know this,
that might change.
I feel like I can't hate San Antonio no more.
Yeah. They from they are a Dallas transplant.
They're grown up Dallas, grown up Dallas franchise, just like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, George Gervin has some decent teammates down there in San Antonio.
Straight up.
Yeah, he had a guy named James Salas who was the point guard.
I've heard James
Salas. And then
Salas.
he had Larry Keenan.
Okay.
Was a small blend forward, about 6'9", could shoot, have a ball, and then they got Artis Gilmore.
Wow, I've definitely heard of that dude.
Yeah. I got something to talk about Artis Gilmore about too.
I'm just like, man, that's I'm still thinking about this ABA squad with George Gervin and Dr. J. Yeah. They probably could have handled some NBA squads that year, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's ABA, man. That's like
the ABA, and anybody that remember the ABA, they can tell you that the NBA right now looks a lot like the ABA used to because because that was the criticism of the ABA. Oh, they play playground ball.
Basketball. Yeah,
they go behind their back, between their legs.
Oh, it's too black.
Yeah, it was
ain't enough passing.
So when they came, and then this is the whole thing that the NBA, like I say, when they came to the NBA, Dr. J pretty much started running the Eastern Conference. He started going to the finals
immediately,
and then George Gervin started winning the scoring title.
How long was Dr. J in the NBA? I'm sorry, how long was he in the ABA?
5 years. 5 years. He was 27 when he came.
Got to the NBA?
27.
Oh my gosh, he's a grown man.
Oh yeah, he was. By the time he won the title with Moses Malone, he was well in his 30s. He was well into his 30s.
Out of college, where did Dr. J go to college?
Dr. J went to Massachusetts.
UMass?
Yeah, UMass. If I'm not mistaken, Dr. J.
What? Dr. J and Marcus Camby. Only cats I know out of UMass.
If I'm not mistaken, Dr. J went to UMass.
Okay.
But look it up, fans, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he didn't have any NBA offers when he came out of college, or he chose the ABA?
He chose the ABA.
Okay, and I mean, why? Did they have? I mean, I know NBA wasn't paying the same money that they're paying now. Well, but I can only imagine that they had to be paying more than the ABA. But he might have been one of those guys.
I mean, that's the same way, like, when the USFL was going along, they were paying less than the NFL, but Herschel Walker got the NFL money.
Yeah.
Up there. I mean, so
no doubt.
Dr. J was one of the...
He was a marketing tool for the ABA.
Yeah, and then once he went over there, and then ABA started gaining a lot of fans. So the NBA said, okay.
It
was a forced merger.
Well, when you start getting talents like Dr. J and George Gervin and other guys with, immense talent that can absolutely dominate the NBA, you're going to bring more eyes to your league.
I really can't remember if Artis Gilmore went to the ABA or not, but, they had a lot of guys that were on the fence. Should I go to the ABA or should I go to the NBA?
Wow.
And George Gervin and Dr. J were the two drivers.
So the ABA not only had players come over, they also had teams switch over to the NBA.
They had some of the teams were dissolved, And the players they want, they had a little draft for those. And then some of them whole teams came over.
Oh, wow.
That's where the Nets came from.
Yeah.
The Nets came from the ABA. San Antonio.
The Spurs? Was the Chaparrals that were in the ABA?
Yeah.
And then they converted to the...
Oh, I can't remember all right now.
Yeah, so how many about how many teams you think came over?
About 6.
Oh, wow.
About 6.
That's
I had to do the research, fans. Don't quote me. But, yeah, about 6.
That's a lot of talent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, coming over.
And they made a difference.
The NBA.
And they made a difference right away in the NBA.
Did any of the NBA teams, like, dissolve after any...
Oh, yeah.
Period? I'm saying, like, once they switched over to the NBA.
No.
They're all still here?
Yeah, they're all still here. The Nets, San Antonio.
Let me look it up real quick.
I'd have to look it up. Not the Clippers. Was it the Clippers? Nah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think they were in San Diego, wasn't they?
Yeah. They used to be. I think it might have been the San Diego Clippers before they became the.
So it says the New York Nets, the Denver Nuggets,
Denver Nuggets,
San Antonio Spurs, and the Indiana Pacers were all a part of the ABA.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was 4 teams that came across. I mean, that's still.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking about like.
I forgot about Denver, man. Denver has some good players, man.
Like in today's times, that's like, and I can only compare football to it, right? Because NBA, we haven't. Big Three is not a competitor to the NBA.
No.
MLB doesn't really have a competitor, right? And then, but NFL, right? The XFL, and I'm not saying they're competitors because they play in the spring, but I feel like it's like XFL and the I guess the USL or UF whatever they got the UFL now, United Football League.
Yeah.
It's like one of those teams crossing over to the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to put it in context for the people. Like that is significant when you have 4 teams from your league outside of the professional league that can cross over and sustain. Like all those teams are still here in the NBA right now.
Yeah. So it was 4. I said 6, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, and then Denver came right away. I'm like, wow, Denver, then Indiana. You know, not when it came when you said.
For sure.
Yeah, but so fans, I just want y'all to know that these guys have always been able to play. And this is just my belief because right now, you know, you kind of gotta, you got these young guys saying who couldn't play now. And then now you got the old guys saying, oh, Jordan would have averaged 50 against these guys. AI said he would have averaged 43. And I got a different opinion. I think AI played right now, he'd average about what he did then. I think if Michael played now, he'd average about what he did then.
I don't know. I don't know. You give Michael Jordan these rules, he's going to average 45 points. 40 points for sure. Because, I mean,
we say that, but we don't know.
Well, I mean,
but supposedly the athletes are better, so you'd be playing against better athletes.
But we know that's not the case, though, huh? Supposedly, in reality, are 2 different things. You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell the guys, you can't tell these guys.
But we know that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I think that just on how I see them play, not on talent. If an AI would average 43, it would be on effort because AI plays so hard.
Yeah.
But I got to realize that if AI came along now, if he was 20 now, he would have the same mentality that a 20-year-old got now. So he wouldn't play as hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You know, now if we're saying if they are who they are,
and you transplant them today, just by how hard AI play, how fast and how hard he play, he probably would average more.
Yeah, and I mean we got a few guys like Anthony Edwards. I mean it's hard. I think Luka has an old school mentality. It's a few guys out there right now. Giannis, I think has an old school mentality. I think Kyrie has an old school mentality. I think it's a few guys in the league now. They might not have been as productive, but just because of how much more violent the league was back then. Yeah. Right? And when I say violent, I'm talking about you hit the paint, you're going to end up on your butt. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, that was... Big men did not allow dudes in the paint.
Yeah, and they didn't. See, and now when a guy go to dunk, everybody run out the way.
Because they don't want to be posted.
Back in the day, You have to dunk over Bill Walton because he's gonna contest you.
You ain't
have to
dunking
dunk
on me,
over
dog.
Kareem.
Yeah.
He's gonna contest you.
Yeah.
So when you dunk for real.
Absolutely.
You know, and
you earn that one.
And it may be some contact chest to chest. You know, but now it's not like that.
No, it's not.
Because the guys don't want to be on Sports Center highlights, so they run out the way.
Yeah, and they don't want to be fined for fouling nobody like they used to back in the day. They don't want suspended. They don't want no tech. Like fouls now, back in the day, wouldn't have been called.
No, because first off,
fouls back in the day now would be like flagrant fouls.
You know, because you know they had they used to have what they call the law of verticality. If you was on defense and you was like this phone, a guy couldn't come jump into you and then it's a foul on you.
That's not the case no more.
That's not the case.
And it was from where my feet are.
Yes,
north
the law of verticality. This is my space and this is your space. This can't be my space, and then you jump and kick your leg, and it's a foul on me. See all that kind of stuff. See, if you take all that stuff away from James Harden, and I'm gonna throw Steph in there too, because he jump into people. If you take, man, they would average 10 points less.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't throw Steph in the
Yeah, Steph, he jumping. He fake people in there and then jump into them.
But he still make the shot.
I mean, yeah.
He still
sometimes
make
he
the
do.
shot.
Sometimes he do.
James Harden, he had no.
Well, you know, James
had
Harden
no intent to make the shot.
No, he made them a lot of times. And
he just ran up in there and just threw the ball up. Trying
it's
to
just that when you really needed James Harden, he wasn't never there.
Yeah,
he's one of those kind of guys.
I think the NBA is going to be vastly different next year, and I think it's due to this All-Star game. I think that the commissioner.
They got to do something, or else they got to quit having an All-Star game.
Now they're going to continue to have All-Star. I think the rules in the league are going to get a little bit lighter, right? I think they're going to allow more fouls. I think they're going to lessen because you can't continue to protect these dudes this way.
You can't.
Or you're going to have these 150 to 130 games.
Yeah, and they're making it easy to get 120 or 30 points.
So hand checking. I think they're going to bring back some of the old ways of doing things. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yeah, actually. I wouldn't either. I'd like to see.
I'd love to see.
I'd love to see what happened to Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that at least 6-8 times a game the guy try to take a charge.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's my first time this year actually seeing a guy try to take a charge.
They don't do it no more.
No, they don't do it no more.
Because it's called a foul.
Yeah, and they don't even...
Why am I going to get posterized or run over and get the foul?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody trying to do that for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But George Gervin, one thing he can do.
He can fang a roll.
It's fang a roll.
Yeah.
I can fang a roll too, thanks to him. But we're going to keep this party rolling.
We all can fang a roll from these chairs.
Yeah. Hey, I can dance from these chairs too. Keep this thing rolling. If you don't know, now you know. The Noonish Celebrity Sports Personality March Madness Tournament has begun. And we have some well-known figures already out of this bad boy, man. Had some massive upsets last week, man. So, Malika Andrews, Skip Bayless, Max Kellerman, man. Well-known sports personalities voted on by the people. They're no longer in this contest.
They are.
Meanwhile, guys like Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, Doris over here, they're still in. They're still in this thing, That ain't Doris. That is Doris. But yeah, they're still in this thing, man. And it's been fun, man. Like,
watching them. Hey, because I was surprised at the people that got knocked out in the first round.
I'm telling you.
I was like, oh man, everybody I like. I guess the people don't like them.
Yeah, yeah. It's things that like Givens, people that I just knew were gonna go to the next round. That wasn't the case, huh? That wasn't the case. So I'm gonna run through these real quick. First round action, in case you missed it, which I'm sure you did, because we had quite a few people vote, but there's many more that could have voted that didn't. So starting with round one, Kenny Smith obliterated Terry Bradshaw. So Kenny Smith moved on. Ocho Cinco moved on versus Max Kellerman. Pat McAfee overcame Phil Simms. Joe Rogan edged out Malika Andrews in a close race.
Okay.
And these are all fan voted. So if y'all want to vote, go to Instagram. Go check out our Noonish page on Instagram. It is Noonish_live. Right? Just go there. Click on the logo in the top left corner because it's in the stories. You click on the stories and you can vote immediately. Right? So let's go back here. What was the last one I said? Malika Andrews and Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Howie Long beat out Louis Riddick. That was a surprise to me, right? That's that old school and new school. Louis Riddick is off the chain to me in ESPN. Yeah. He's great at what he does. He's a former GM in the NFL as well, but he couldn't beat Howie Long, right? Chris Canty beat Mike Golick Jr. in the first round. Charles Barkley beat Troy Aikman. I think a lot of people expected that. Matt Hasselbeck beat Jamel Hill. Mike Greenberg beat Rodney Harrison, which I was happy about that. Rodney's he was a dirty
Rodney
player.
A little off the chain.
Yeah, he's a dirty player. I'm not a fan of him. He's a Patriot. I like the Patriots, but I ain't like Rodney. Eli Manning beat Mike Golick Sr. That's tough. That's very tough.
Well, Eli's probably a little more popular with the younger people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they like him. And you know, Eli is that aloof, goofy dude that he kind of like Shaq.
Yeah.
You know, like demeanor. Just like people just waiting for him to say something funny because they don't take him seriously.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Then Molly Karam beat Al Michaels, the legend, Monday Night Football legend. Al Michaels. That was tough. I didn't know that was going to take place. Michael Strahan beat Jim Nantz, another legend. Jimmy Johnson over Joe Buck. Joe Buck does everything in sports.
Yeah, but
does it
nobody
well.
like Joe Buck like that.
Don't nobody like Joe Buck?
No, not
what's
like that.
What's the issue with Joe Buck?
I don't know.
Is he pompous?
Yeah, I only got funny shape head.
Is it the silver head, the silver spoon thing?
Yeah,
I know his daddy was real popular too.
Yeah. So Joe Buck is he's just one of those people that just something about him, man.
Yeah, people don't like it.
Yeah, people just don't like how he look.
Yeah, because I thought Jimmy Johnson and Joe Buck would be a lot closer than what it was.
No, they don't like Joe Buck.
And Jimmy beat him by 60%. By 60%. So that was a blowout. That wasn't even close. Nate Burleson over Mel Kiper. I figured that much, right? Nate Burleson, he's on the daytime TV now.
Oh yeah.
A lot more people know him. Hey man, we got some fire matchups, man. I don't know, y'all ain't gonna see these matchups nowhere else in the world, but right here on the Noonish Celebrity Personality March Madness Tournament, man. So y'all go and vote, man. It's a lot of fun.
Go vote. It's a lot of fun.
Shaq beat Reggie Miller, just like they was playing back in the day. Rachel Nichols beat Matt Barnes. That was a surprise. Right? I like really. Rachel Nichols, though.
Yeah.
I think she's really good at what she does.
Really. Matt Barnes is kind of known as a bad boy, and then he's kind of new to the social media TV
space.
Game. Yeah.
He's that
Rachel
nemesis.
Been around for a minute. She got a good following.
Yeah, I like Rachel. I voted for Rachel. Matt, no offense to you, dog, but Rachel Nichols is just like that. She's like that lady. She is. She's like the Lois Lane of sports. You know what I'm saying? Like. Gotta love her. But that was a tough one for you, man. Jalen Rose beat Skip Bayless. So the Water Pistol Pete thing, I think that a lot of people enjoyed that nickname you gave Skip. So you beat him.
I'm gonna tell everybody, leave Pistol Pete out of it. Hey,
no
I'm
more
gonna tell you like
Pete.
this: a Water Pistol Pete, is better than Skip Bayless and everybody. A Water Pistol Pete. A play Pistol Pete is better than a real Skip Bayless.
Hey, no more of them comparisons. If you can catch his drift. You know what I'm saying? That ain't...
Yeah, leave Pistol out of it. Get him another nickname. But leave Pistol because Pistol is magnificent for as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And then we got Stephen A. Smith. He moved on. He beat Tim Legler. Doris Burke beat Marty Smith. Marty Smith is a very popular guy in the NASCAR racing circuit. Shannon Sharp beat Tony Romo. That was a blowout, right? In flawless fashion.
Well, Uncle Shay go.
Yeah, man. He
hot right now. Yeah. He might win this thing.
And he might win this thing. Like straight up, we're gonna see. It's gonna be tough. It is very unpredictable.
Very unpredictable. Yeah,
very unpredictable, man. Grant Hill edged out Todd McShay. That was one of the closest ones. He got the Noonish vote. Actually, they tied, so tie goes to the Noonish, and Noonish picked Grant Hill. So it is what it is. Peyton Manning beat Tony Dungy. That was strange, 100% to 0. I figured Coach Dungy would get a few votes.
No.
But he did not. Aaron Andrews beat Jay Will to move on. Bubba Dub, upset of the tournament. Bubba Dub beat Colin Cowherd. Bubba Dub,
Wait
Dallas,
a minute.
Texas'
Bubba
own.
Dub from YouTube?
Bubba Dub, Dallas' own.
Oh, is that way? I know he be talking about the.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he beat who?
Colin Cowherd. Hey, Bubba Dub, the people love you, dog.
Hey, yeah.
People love you, dog.
Yeah.
Trash. Keep coming with that trash. And tell them the truth about these people, man. Expose them, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. The people love you, bro. Chris Webber beat Chris Broussard. I figured that much. I figured that would take place. This is another surprise. Lisa Cone edged out Desmond Howard. Ooh, wait. That's tough. That's tough. We got a Heisman Trophy winner losing to Lisa Cone. Another
pretty popular though.
Absolutely.
I mean, there you go right there.
Yeah. Another surprise to me. Rich Eisen beat out Stacks. Beat out Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson is eliminated in the first round, man.
Yeah, people don't like Steven Jackson.
Man, I like Steven Jackson, though.
Nah. I don't like
you don't like Steven Jackson?
Nah.
Man, I like Steven Jackson. Hey, I mess with you, Stacks. You can come on the show anytime, dog.
Yeah.
I like you a lot, bro.
Come on the show.
I like you a lot,
Come
dog.
on. 'Cause I'm going to tell you the truth. Come on the show. I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean, I like Steven, but sometimes Steven get carried away with himself, man.
Hey, that's
I mean, I understand.
How can you not, though?
Yeah.
When you had one of the coldest fights in NBA history in the stands, and Steven Jackson was the man. That man was really good at his job.
But this is the whole thing about Steven Jackson and Mel
Poet Arthur, baby.
That's what I'm saying. So when did he get to be a gangster? He told me go to Old Block and all that. When did he get to be a gangster? You from Port Arthur, Texas, Steven. When you become a gangster, tell me. Because when you wasn't in the country, you was playing basketball. Tell me when you got to be so tough.
Port Arthur, Texas, baby.
He went all on Old Block and all that. He shot a video on Old Block.
Yeah.
Man, first off, Steven, you too old. Leave that to them children.
Hey.
You're a 40-year-old man trying to hang with them youngsters on Old Block and all that. Stop that, Steven.
Hey, you saw Shannon Sharp went up to Queensbridge. That's how he was looking nervous. Hands in his pocket, looking around, being extremely observant of his surroundings. That's funny to me.
Hey, I do that everywhere I go.
Hey, straight up.
I'm looking around, got my hand in my pocket because I wish you would.
To me, that just means I'm real comfortable in this space and I know where I'm at.
Yeah, I know where I'm at. Yeah. And if you do, I got you. And if you do, I got you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna slip up on me. Ain't no surprises around here.
No, but the first thing, I ain't going to Old Block or Queensbridge or none of that. Where I'm gonna be nervous at.
Yeah. And then we had Keyshawn Johnson had a victory over Jay Billis in a very close matchup. Clark Kellogg edged it out over Steve Mariucci. Michael Irvin, of course, the playmaker. We figured this would happen. Beat Chris Collinsworth. Ryan Clark beat Kirk Herbstreit. That was a big deal right there. And then we got Randy Moss over Jim Ross, the WWE legend. So that was the final game. And man, it's
down to 32 now.
Yeah, down to 32. Round two. We on.
Yeah,
so hey, like
2.
I said, go over to Instagram, go to IG, check us out at Noonish_ live, and you can participate in this tournament, man. It's a lot of fun. Let's see who comes out, who the people will choose.
People want.
Yeah,
the people's champ
is their celebrity sports personality, favorite celebrity sports personality. But with that being said, we are gonna keep this train
moving on to the next subject.
Moving along, baby. So, yes.
March Madness. All I can talk about is this is the real truth. I don't know one NCAA male basketball. The only person I know playing NCAA basketball is Bronny James.
You ain't got nothing.
And that's the only reason. And the only reason I know him is because they talk about it. I mean, but the NCAA men's basketball is really down. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but when you watch it, it's not as watchable as the women's game. I'm gonna say that women's college basketball.
They fundamentally sound, huh?
is way more watchable than men's college basketball right now.
And we are back. So
back in the saddle.
So you ain't been paying too much attention to that men's NCAA game this year.
I just haven't, man. I tried a couple times and I was like, oh my. It's just not good, man.
No, it's not.
I don't know what happened to men's NCAA basketball all of a sudden, but I don't know if it's the one and done rule.
It's like AAU. It's like AAU basketball, basically.
Yeah.
You don't
because you got a different team every year.
Yeah, you got a different team every year. You got teammates that don't know each other. You know, you expected to learn each other in 3-4 months in the off season before the season start. You know.
And I never did. I was never a big Duke fan, but it's one thing I can always count on Duke having some excellent talent.
Yeah.
Let me go see what Duke got. Let me see what Kentucky got. Yeah. Let me see what Kansas got.
Yeah.
These used to be staples in basketball. You like. I don't even know where to start at now.
Yeah, now it's a different beast because first of all, Coach K is no longer at Duke.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was surprised to see North Carolina as a number 1 seed. Like I ain't paying no attention to it either.
And I even when Houston was the number 1 team, one Saturday I said I'm gonna sit down there and watch Houston.
Yeah.
Next thing I knew, I was in the car driving down the street. I was like, oh, I forgot all about the game.
So the interest wasn't authentic.
The interest just wasn't there. I was serious. I sit down and I watched it for a little while.
That's a problem.
I went, and next thing I said, let me go in here and give me a glass of water, bottle of water. I went and got some water. Next thing you know, I went in the bedroom and put my shoes on. Oh, yeah, I need to go. So the next thing I was like, oh, man, what up?
Like, what's the percentage of people actually sitting down to watch college basketball without a betting interest. Like they're not betting.
It's not.
And watching just for their own personal fulfillment, and enjoyment. Like, does that?
It just don't happen because me and my friends and homeboys and stuff, we sit around and talk about sports. And we talk about
college basketball don't come up.
Girls,
yeah,
Caleb Clark,
absolutely,
and Angel Reese,
and Zay Green,
in South Carolina, Dawn Staley, even though she's the coach. I mean, people come up. But we talk all day and we don't even bring up nobody.
So the men's basketball, NCAA men's basketball is at a all-time low.
All-time low, I believe.
I can't tell you one player.
That's what I said. I can't
NCAA basketball right
now.
The
only time, Bronny James.
That's
the only.
And
that's because he's LeBron James. I knew he was going to USC. I've been knowing that 2-3 years, but
they didn't make the tournament.
But they didn't make the tournament,
so I don't know.
So I don't know anybody.
I've watched moments of Houston. I've watched moments of Baylor. I've watched moments of Texas.
But you see what you say. But nothing made you say, "Well, man, let me sit down and finish." What's going on here?
So when I finish my bracket out this year, I'm gonna be clueless.
Yeah, just gonna be guessing.
I'm gonna be guessing.
You're gonna be going by. UT is a big school. It's probably gonna win.
Exactly.
That's the only thing because you don't know the players. I don't know
the players. I have no idea, man. I don't know if it's. I figured NIL would help. With NIL, you would think more marketing dollars would come out. Like certain college players would be promoted a little bit more than others. I haven't seen anything.
The NIL seems like it's only working for football players.
Seemingly, right?
I mean, I don't hear anybody.
And NCAA women's basketball.
Oh yeah,
not men's.
Y'all know Angel Reese got a NIL deal with a Mercedes dealer. Yeah. She got a new Mercedes and all that.
I know University of Miami was playing their some basketball guys, but I don't even know their names.
Yeah.
So how good of a job is this doing, right?
Yeah, Caitlin Clark is making about $4 million.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark got it made. She gonna make more in college than she'll make in WNBA their first 5 years.
Yeah, that's why Angela Reese stayed in
LSU.
Yeah, because she's making more because the highest salary in the WNBA is $250,000. I
was about to say $200,000.
They making $4 million.
Exactly. Why?
To make less money.
That same thing with NFL. Like Caleb Williams said the same thing. He's like, man, I'm thinking about staying in college. Because I can't make what I'm making in college on a rookie salary.
See, Reese for LSU, she talking about she might even go to the WNBA. Because she already got a social media platform making money. And then she's modeling makeup and stuff. So she said, I might not even go to the WNBA.
Hey, Angel, go to the WNBA. Gonna make
help your homegirl out. Because that's all she gonna be doing.
And make that money, make the money on the side, make all the money you can.
Make that $250,000 on the side.
That beauty ain't gonna last forever, girl.
Yes, it is. She'll be beautiful.
I know black don't crack. You might be, be beautiful about 50.
This is what I told.
But still,
this is what I told one of my homeboys one day. He said his wife get up and she look in the mirror. You know how women do that and make sure their clothes are straight. Yeah. And he said, "Baby, you still fine." I said, "Yeah, she's still fine." I said, "She's just still just as fine to you as she was the day you met her." I said, "Cause first thing, she might not be as fine, but you can't see that good no way." Yeah. Cause
shallow how around
so you still in your mind, she still look like she did when you met her, but your eyesight just slipped a little bit, so you can't tell the difference. She's still just as beautiful as she always was.
Shallow how is real. Shallow how is real, bro. And hey, when your nose wide open and all them smells from that special person come through your nose and hits that valve or whatever it is, man, and that chemistry get knocked off. Hey, bro, beautiful. You might see a whole different person than everybody else see.
Absolutely.
But to you, she is a doll. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She's
so
precious.
She's gonna be beautiful. Angela, you're gonna be beautiful the whole time.
Yeah. You're gonna be beautiful, man. Don't worry about that. What I said a second ago, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Black don't crack. You good. But I'm just saying, don't count on your beauty. Get your money, man.
Get your money.
Get your money. Get all the monies. Don't pick and choose. But we're going to keep this train rolling. And I mean, it's really the same train because we're just talking about the women we actually wanted to talk about because ain't nothing to talk about on the men's side. Yeah. But I tell you what, I want to see Caitlin Clark come out of this thing with a victory, bro. And it's gonna be tough against South Carolina.
It's gonna be tough against LSU. And it's gonna be tough for South Carolina too.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
It's
gonna be tough for you to do it, Caleb. But hey, I want to see you do it.
Oh shit!
I think you can.
That's why they play the game.
Exactly.
No, it's not a given for South Carolina at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. It's cool seeing Dawn Staley do what she do too, man. Like,
but Dawn
she
Staley,
my favorite. She my favorite.
She might have them girls a little too tough.
You think
so?
They
might be a little too gangster.
I don't know. She got to come with it like that because Kim. You know, Kim. What's my girl LSU? Formerly of Baylor.
Yeah.
Kim Golke. What's that?
How you pronounce her name?
Yeah, I can't say it, but she is gangster.
Oh yeah.
She is Italian gangster with it, you know, and she don't care. She don't care about your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, Dawn Staley has to coach her girls up like that because she know Kim.
Yeah, and then
she know Kim gonna have them right.
And then plus LSU is already about that life.
Yeah,
they're already about that. So they good to go.
Mulkey, I think Kim Mulkey.
Yeah,
Mulkey's something or another.
So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
and we talking about LSU and South Carolina and Iowa. Neither one of them might not win.
You right about that. Yeah. You're right about
but they're the favorites right now.
Absolutely,
they're the favorites right now.
I can't see anybody outside of South Carolina, Tennessee, LSU beating Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah.
Caitlin Clark is I know Angel Reese got the championship and she's back.
Oh yeah.
But Caitlin Clark is the face of NCAA basketball.
Oh yeah.
Hands down.
And you know, it is one thing that I hate for them to do and stuff like that. She broke the all-time women record, right?
Yeah.
And then they said she's chasing the all-time men record. I think she broke that too, right?
Did she?
I'm not sure. But she can't break the men's record because she's not a man.
Yeah,
and she didn't play against men.
Yeah,
they need to stop saying stuff like that.
It's not a conversation.
Stop that, man. You know,
that's apples to oranges right there.
She's a great women's player, but don't try to compare.
She is the greatest women's scorer of all time. Period. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with it because
in college,
that's what I'm talking about. College,
okay,
college. I'm just talking about college numbers.
Oh yeah, college numbers
all time, like just period. You can't argue with it. Numbers say so. That is what it is. We're gonna leave it at that. But she ain't got nothing to do with the men's side.
No, none at all.
She ain't played against now man, so you can't even. I don't know why that would even be a conversation.
I mean, but that's what they said. Now she's chasing the all-time men record. And I don't know who had that.
No, if she hadn't played against a man, she's not chasing that record.
I think, I know Pistol Pete probably has the one-year men's record, but he don't have the all-time record.
That's like somebody going and setting the college record and then saying, all right, now they're chasing the pro record.
Yeah.
It's
two different things. Classes. That's apples to oranges. That's day to night. You know, that's right to wrong.
Yep.
That's two different things.
Yep. Period. So, and continuing on with the women's game, you know, we've been watching this young lady all season. And we talking, where is it at? Is that it?
No, that's a boxer.
Oh, Lord.
Zay Green watch.
Oh, Lord. Zay Green watch. It is a graphic that we have. Y'all might see some stuff you ain't supposed to see, but I'm going to try not to make that happen. But anywho, guess we don't have a graphic for the Zay Green watch. But anyway, we do have a graphic. I just don't know where it is, which is odd. But and y'all see how I'm using this. Okay, so just so y'all know, right? This is a JA design right here. This is the digital backsplash, LED backsplash, right? I can control this thing from my cell phone. It'll play videos. It'll play stagnant pictures. It'll show whatever you want it to show, right? If you want a fire, you feeling cold, you want a fire on the screen, here it is. I made that. That's my tech talk for the day. That's my tech stuff. Yeah, that's a JA creative, a one of one right there. But
and then you said that's a backsplash, right?
Yeah.
So that means that it's waterproof.
Yeah, it's waterproof, fireproof. Yeah.
Okay. So you can have that in your kitchen.
Yep.
Or any place.
Yes, for your kitchens. It was designed for kitchens. This particular design was a little bit abstract. It was a little different, 69 by 65. The typical black splash is about 18 inches. So we was like, we can do whatever we need to do. So we went ahead and made it, and now I have it as my screen here. So, if you're wondering where I got this from, I invented it.
That's very good.
I made that. I linked up with some resources in China, made it happen, and I can make it happen for you as well. But anyways, we're going to keep this thing moving. I don't have Zay Green. I don't know where my graphic is for Zay Green. I did make one, but I don't see it on my phone. So just so y'all know. All right. So they had a solid season, but Arkansas Pine Bluff is out of the tournament. They lost in their tournament. Zay Green did play in the tournament. She was all SWAC tournament, first team all SWAC tournament. Right? She played very well. I think her high score in the tournament was 32 points against Jackson State, I believe. And ultimately, she was selected for the NCAA Women's All-Star Game, which will take place Final Four weekend in Indianapolis at the Women's Final Four site. So y'all tune in. We've been keeping up with Zay all year. She has not disappointed. She has found herself again, like I said, in the NCAA Women's All-Star Game as the only SWAC representative. So, we had y'all watching her for a reason.
Oh, yeah, she's very good. She got a chance for the WNBA.
Yeah, she's got a very good chance for the WNBA.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Scoring 32 points against Jackson State, which won that conference, I think did her very well. But she's had a season like that all year. She's one of the top scorers in the SWAC. That's why she's the only SWAC member participating in this game. So be on the lookout for Zay in the Women's All-Star Game, NCAA All-Star Game, taking place during the Final Four. So we're going to keep this thing pushing, man. So, I don't know. This is a serious subject. We're going to go to right now. We'll do this one first. So, let me go ahead and transition my screens so the titles and everything are proper and on point. Major League Baseball. I got a question. Why in the hell are we having and celebrating Jackie Robinson Day?
Today?
No, this is an annual thing. I believe it's April the 15th.
Oh, that's Jackie Robinson Day in the Major Leagues?
Yeah.
I have no idea why they celebrate.
I'm like, why though? Right? And my whole point is,
first thing, Jackie Robinson was the first black guy playing in the Major League.
No, he wasn't.
He was not.
He was not. We had a guy in the 1800s.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go into all that, but that's not true.
Yeah, we had a guy in the 1800s.
Research it for yourself.
Yeah, we had another guy play, another African American playing Major League Baseball in the late 1800s. But my whole point in this conversation is this: Jackie Robinson. How long? When did Jackie Robinson come into the league?
In the 30s,
75 years ago, something like that. Yeah. What's this? 2024. So 39 sounds like.
It was right during. It was right after Jesse Owens was in the Olympics. Sometime not too long after. Sometime around in that time, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the web real quick because we can do that from our phones in 2024. Debut. We'll say Jackie Robinson debut. Jackie Robinson debut with the Dodgers in 1947.
40 what?
47.
Okay, it was 47. I thought it was a little earlier.
1947. So now we're in 2024. All right, so I'm asking, why do we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day in the major leagues? And I need an answer. Somebody please tell me this, because I do not believe Jackie Robinson crossed over to the major leagues thinking that in 2024, I'm sorry, well, we only have 2023 stats now.
Yeah.
Thinking that in 2023, only 50 African-American men will be playing in the MLB.
That's all it is, 50?
We're talking about 6 0.2% of Major League Baseball is African American.
Oh my, I knew it was low. I didn't have any idea it was that low.
That is a historically low number. But yet and still, in a couple weeks, they're going to go out here and celebrate Jackie Robinson Day as if it's a substantial opportunity for the African American man in Major League Baseball, and it's not. And then they'll go back and say, well, black people just started playing baseball. False.
Oh, yeah, that's false.
SWAC is still around. They all filled Major League Baseball. They all filled baseball teams. And there are several African Americans playing Division 1, 2, 3 JUCO baseball in America. The problem is equal pay.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing that baseball grumblings for a long time.
Forever. And this is the reason why I stopped playing baseball, because I realized no matter how good I do, it wasn't performance-based. It's an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? No matter how good I performed, I wasn't going to get that chance. And, there's several African-American baseball players that should still be in the league. Adam Jones comes to mind for the Orioles. Brandon Phillips for the Reds, shortstop, career 280 hitter. Several. A long list. And I'm just trying to figure out why and what the Major League Baseball is trying to prove or hide. Like, bro, I don't care what you say about the number of colored athletes you have in this league. We're talking about Americans, right?
Absolutely.
You got 6% Americans playing in an American sport, and you have 3% Japanese, not even Asian. Japan.
Strictly Japanese.
Japanese, 3%.
So it's half as many Japanese.
Yeah. But the half of those Japanese players
are making a big buck.
Making all the money.
Oh, yeah.
Shohei's got $700 million. Yakamoto's, whatever his name is, got $300 million. Meanwhile, we just want to get paid what our American white brothers are getting paid. I don't understand the issue here. You know what I'm saying? Right? We got, when I can name majority of the black athletes in the league and they're dang near all-stars, it's an issue, man. What's really going on in Major League Baseball? I've been talking about this since I started the show. Oh, and the numbers have only gone down.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I have heard the numbers and talk. It didn't really register with me, but I didn't know it was that low.
Well, because when they say numbers, they like to say the number of colored or minority people in Major League Baseball. They group us together.
Oh yeah.
They group us together.
When they want to make it sound good.
African American man don't want to be grouped in. Single me out.
We're not.
You singling out Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah, we singled out every other time.
Single out the fact that it's 6% black.
Yeah.
In the league 75 years later.
Now that's egregious right there.
So how about that trade-off? How about let's think about this trade-off right now. All right. 6% black was traded off for hotels, banks, schools, everything that Negro League Baseball was powering, was funding, right? Negro League Baseball coming to your town, you got full hotel, black-owned business, because we can't stay in the white hotels back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So the black-owned hotels.
Oh, they did business.
Did business. You knew you can count on that every time, right? Restaurants, banks, schools, everything. Everything that Negro League Baseball funded and supported, all the businesses. Negro League Baseball basically funded the black economic infrastructure in America, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, when Jackie Robinson signed to the Dodgers, and that was the first step of the dilution. Is that how you say the word, right?
Yeah.
Same word, different way to say it.
Yeah.
The dilution of Negro League Baseball and black business. Like straight up, as we know.
Oh, yeah.
Because Negro League Baseball supported banks, they supported schools, they supported hotels, they supported retail stores, library, black business. If you were a black business and and Negro League Baseball was coming to your city, you know you was gonna be sustainable and you were gonna be good, right? Year in, year out, based off that alone, right? And when that went and fell by the wayside,
a whole lot of things fell down with it.
Yeah, everything fell with it. So I wonder if Jackie Robinson is turning over in his grave right now, knowing that he sacrificed all that
for this
black economics for 6% to be in the MLB right now. I don't think he would make that trade. I think Jackie would have stayed in Kansas City.
Oh yeah,
if he knew that would be the end result.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I mean, it's a lot of factors that went on into it, you know, but yet and still, you know, you can't penalize or marginalize a group based off the activity of a few individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but that always happens.
Always.
Yeah.
And the few individuals I'm talking about it specifically are the Pirates, the We Are Family Pirates, really gave us a black eye. At that point in time, when they were popular, MLB was 25% African American.
Yeah,
Willie Stargell.
Yeah, Willie Stargell was the pioneer that, I mean, I ain't gonna say the pioneer, but he was the backbone of that We Are Family team.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah, but what happened with that team is a lot of success leads to a lot of money, and unfortunately, a lot of money led to a lot of drugs and partying, and the cocaine was flowing like water.
Oh yeah,
through the black athlete back then.
That was by design, also too.
Absolutely, and that is what has inhibited us from growing our numbers in Major League Baseball.
So they take that one particular thing and then use that against you.
Hey man, we get these black people the money. They gonna run crazy. They gonna make our brand look bad. You can't do that to a whole group, man. Like
you can't. You can't judge me by someone else. By
the activities of somebody else. Like nah, bro. Like that's not the business. But I gotta call it out because I'm tired of seeing Jackie Robinson Day. Knowing
when it's not
the whole like Jackie Robinson was an African American man, strong, got court-martialed in the military for standing up for himself. UCLA grad, track runner, football player, baseball player. Like Jackie Robinson was the man, and I promise you, he did not cross over to the Dodgers and to the MLB from the Kansas City Monarchs to see 6.2% African American opening day of 2023. And I'm guessing it's lower.
Yeah, well, now, I don't expect it to be any higher in 2024.
I don't either. And if
it's 6.29, maybe 6.0.
Yeah.
6.1, who knows?
Yeah, and I see these programs that are aimed at the black community. Nah, bro, like, come on, man. If y'all really want to do something.
How you say 50?
59 black players.
It's 25 players on every team, right?
Every team.
I didn't know that. That's very astounding.
That's
I mean, I knew it was low, but when they said low, you know, I'm thinking that 18 or 20%, 6%. 59 people.
We ain't been 18% in 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, well, see, I'm not a big baseball guy.
Yeah.
You know? And then like I said, if you turn on the All-Star game, you can't tell.
You can't tell because it's a lot of black. First of all, damn near every African American in the league is an All-Star, for one.
At least almost half of them, about 20 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For one. And then you have a lot of, and they still black. I'm not saying they're not black, but they're not black Americans, right? They're black Dominicans. They're black Puerto Ricans. They're black Venezuelans, whatever it might be. They look like us, but they are not us. right? And this is something that's going on across the board in all industries. The African American talent is getting the shiest, getting the raw end of the deal, right? Even in acting, if you look at a lot of these acting roles, they're going to the Black British, right? Going to the UK.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like it ain't just baseball.
Oh, it's
even
like
look at the NBA and the rise of the European players.
Then when you talk about movies, you'll go get Idris Elba to play in America. Now he gotta alter his accent and learn how to act like. Go get somebody that's already. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh, so all that. Yeah, all that stuff is. It's not by accident, man. It's by design. So.
Baseball has exposed the whole plot of this United States of America. I got that real quick, and I understand what's going on and what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to enlighten y'all as to what's going on around here, man. African American men and women out here. Ain't no excuses, man. Like, you know, don't ever. I'm never gonna say anybody's holding us back. But I will say the opportunities are limited. Yeah. So when you get one, max out.
Take full advantage of it.
Max out, not only for yourself.
Yeah, but for the future generation.
For everybody behind you, man. Max out. Let them know that you can be great. Let them know that you are great. You know, do whatever you can to erase whatever stereotypes they have about you and your people. And I've lived my whole life based off that. I don't even know if you know that, but yeah, I take pride in that fact. You know, yeah. I know where I'm at. I understand. I'm the only chocolate drop in this room. You know, and all eyes are on me, and I don't mind because I'm gonna be exceptional.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm in here for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You feel me? But MLB, y'all got to do something about this, man.
Yeah, be better, MLB.
You got to do something about this.
Now we're gonna move on to the next.
Gonna move on. You know, hey, that meant a lot to me. You know.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna keep this thing trucking along, man. We're gonna keep it trucking along. So, what we got up next?
I think we got boxing.
Oh, where is that?
Yeah, we got boxing left.
Yeah, that is. Just a little clip, you know. It's a fight coming up. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. And I don't know if you see this video right here. This was a simulation of the fight. It happened so fast. All right, so Lennox Lewis did a simulation of the fight. He just wanted to see what would happen. So he took it on a video game, UFC.
He took an AI. He put all this stuff in.
Yeah.
And then this is what AI came up with.
This is what it came up with. And they said
Paul get knocked out.
They say this is how the fight gonna go. I just want to, this is the first round, and the bell just rung, right? So just imagine, ding, and now I'm pressing play. That's how fast of a knockout.
that AI. Artificial intelligence. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this.
That's how fast of a knockout they predict this fight to go, man. Like, God, the boy barely stepped up. Look at this.
All I'm gonna say is like this. If Mike Tyson, I said this the other night when we did Noonish After Dark. Yeah. Say, look here. I don't think Jake Paul can take them blows, man.
No, he ain't ready, dog.
Hey,
he ain't ready for them.
There's very few people in the world
can take them blows
right
now. Man. Hey, and AI say it's gonna be one bob to the left and one right hook to the jaw.
Yeah,
it's gonna knock him out. I don't know if Jake can take this man's power.
Man,
the angles that he throws punches from.
Man, those body blows, that left hook to the body. You see what Mike Tyson did? Weave, and skip to the boom, 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 boom.
So, I ask you this.
And this bobbing and weaving, people have always, when Mike Tyson first started boxing, I even underestimated his bobbing and weaving power. But Mike Tyson can bob and weave pretty fast, man. You know, that head, that side-to-side head movement, man.
I'm just saying this. What would it take for you to fight Mike Tyson?
What would it take for me to fight him?
Yeah.
I don't want to fight him. I can't take the blow. I don't want to fight him for what?
See, you said ain't nothing that's gonna get you to fight Mike Tyson. Is what you're saying?
No, I mean, if they gave me the money, I'm not finna go out there and take the blows. I'm gonna take a dive. Why would I take the blows? I already got the check.
Yeah.
I mean, if they gave me a couple million, I go out. Well, I can bounce around. I know all the movements. I'm gonna stay feet so many feet from him. Then when I see him do like this, boy, what's up? I'm gonna fall on the ground.
I ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall on the ground, and then when they come in there and get me, I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank.
ain't got nothing to prove.
But it ain't nothing, man. See, this is the whole thing about it.
You got Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson is a professional fighter.
Yeah, you got Mike in this fight.
Yeah.
You know that?
I mean,
Me too.
That's the same way, man. Mike Tyson is a professional fighter. That's like saying, like a guy, Carl Lewis can beat most 27-year-olds running. He's 60 right now.
Yeah, no doubt. About 99%. About 99% of them he can be running, I promise you.
So anybody think that you could just go up to a professional fighter and, man.
They have their mind.
Nah. I've seen a professional fighter. I'm not even. He from around Dallas. He was 154 pounds. He won a belt one time. We used to play pickup basketball, and this guy was pickup basketball is a lot of bumping. Yeah, the guy kept bumping. Everybody was trying to tell him, say, man, Lee, you know what that is right there, man. You better stop. Oh, I don't give a so and so. I kick his butt.
I learned that day.
Man, that dude walking up on there, man, I ain't see. Man, all we heard was that dude hit the ground. Boom! We didn't even see the punch, man. We was like,
you gonna learn today.
Yeah, so to think that you can be the professional doing anything, even when he's not a professional anymore, he's still better than 90% of the people walking the streets. I don't care if they're 10, 15, 20 years younger.
Yeah, 99%.
Yeah.
Because the percentage of people that make it to the league, it's a point-something percent.
Yeah, if he catch Jake Paul in that lower rib area,
it's a wrap.
Right there where it's really hard to build up at on the side right above that oblique muscle. Yeah. Man, that boy might have to go to the hospital, man.
It's a wrap, son.
Yeah, man. So
call it a day.
But I seen from where Floyd Mayweather, him and Mike Tyson don't really like each other. Yeah. He picked Jake Paul. I seen Manny Pacquiao, he picked Jake Paul. And then Evander Holyfield, he picked Jake Paul. And I was just like,
they can say that, but where their money gonna go though?
Yeah, they just they can talk about where their money gonna go. Especially I know Holyfield. He feel a little better about Mike Tyson now, but he didn't like him too much when Mike bit that ear.
That's because Holyfield got knocked out. But
because once Holyfield got knocked out, he want everybody else to get knocked out.
Absolutely. You know how that goes.
But I just don't see
misery love company.
Mike Tyson's in way better shape than Holyfield.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Mike ready for this.
Yeah, I just don't. And man, like I said, when I seen Mike Tyson work out, man, the way he was in that bag.
If he don't go in the first round, I'll be surprised.
Yeah. If it go long in two, if it go over 3 rounds, and if it go over 3 rounds, that let you know Mike Tyson just playing around. Yeah. Because it's an exhibition.
Yep. That's it.
If it go over 3 rounds, Mike Tyson's playing.
Yeah, it ain't real. This ain't really real, player. Like it ain't a real fight. At that point.
So, but yeah, because this is the same Jake Paul that. Really, man, if Mayweather had to ease up off of it. Yeah. Because later on when Mayweather got a little serious.
Oh, that was Logan though. He was fighting his brother.
Oh,
Logan.
was that
yeah,
Logan?
That was Logan.
Okay.
Yeah, Jake got a little more than Logan got. I don't think Mayweather would have fought Jake.
He ain't got that much more.
Yeah, you're right.
He ain't got that much more.
You're right.
Man, these are YouTube guys.
You're right.
He been beating up people on YouTube.
You're right. Not no real fighters.
I grew up beating up people over these dollars. But I'm sure we ain't finna get no ring with no Sugar Ray Leonard, no Tommy Hit, man. Get beat to death, man. Come on, man.
End up like Martin, knotted up.
Yeah, you can't.
All on your head.
Yeah, you can't fight no professional. You can't practice on YouTube and think that you
real deal Holyfield.
Nah.
It ain't going down like that. But yeah, with that being said, that was the last topic.
Yeah, that's the last subject.
I appreciate y'all joining us today. We had a great time, man. Great topics.
Yeah, we always do.
We'll be back next week.
Stay tuned in.
Stay tuned. Hey, y'all like, share, and subscribe to this show, man. Tell your friends, tell your people about it, man. We growing, man. We growing and we growing rapidly. So
thanks to you.
Yeah, we got some memberships that's gonna open up soon. So love to y'all for y'all to get a membership and be a part of this Noonish community. And but yeah, outside of that, man, we'll see y'all next week sometime around noon.
Next week, same place.